Bigger, better, greater. How are you? A bigger, better, greater agent, bigger, better, greater salesperson, bigger, better, greater team member, bigger, better, greater person. Like, write three things down that you can do today to make you bigger, better, greater. I'm not gonna give you a clue, I'm just gonna make you do it. Okay, got it.
I just got a really nice text message from my client outside last night.
That makes you feel good, doesn't it? Okay, what do you got? Okay, I'll start. So, I put on the tie, the fake hair, and the good shoes. I'm the bigger, better, greater.
Were you here then when he told me his hair looked fake?
I'm gonna ride that horse all day long. So, to bring you full circle, Dave walks into my office and says, "Your hair looks fake." And I was like, "Ooh." So we had this mindset exercise where I said, well, I could take that a couple ways. I could take that offensively, or I could think like, wow, my hair looks so perfect.
It was so
that it's
perfect
like-
that it looked fake.
So that's kind of our standing joke, just to pull you in. So in any case, so like those are just three minimal things. Okay, three more things that could have shown up was, I got up a little bit earlier. I made sure that I had something to eat, and I went to bed earlier last night so that I would get good sleep. So I want to know, how do you show up bigger, better, greater?
Oh, I went about it a different way.
Yes,
Whatever.
I went about it from the inside
That's
out.
okay, that's okay. It's whatever, whatever shows up.
Well-versed, integrity, and honesty.
Perfect, I love all of that. Okay, Jessica? Sorry.
That's okay, I just got a really confusing email. I put, leader, like being a good leader, being positive, and being accountable.
Perfect. Marty?
Say, well, relish my accomplishment.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have to reward yourself down there,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Perfect, I'm all about it.
Get some actions and check marks on things, on my to-dos,
Mhm.
like to-dos, make sure I get my check marks and just be forward thinking.
Be forward thinking.
Yeah.
Now, isn't that mindful, being forward thinking? Okay, what do you got?
Show up, listen twice as much, and participate.
Perfect. What you got?
Well, because today was not a good morning, I said, maybe
Stop.
not. It wasn't. No, let me tell you what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I said, so I wrote that I gotta change the attitude today. because it
Okay,
started
good, you
out-
beat me to it. That's
Yeah. To
You
make,
mean my sweetie message to
no,
her?
yeah, that worked, it's funny.
Okay, good, okay, good.
That was when it was getting better.
Okay.
Hitting the phones today will make me feel a little bit more accomplished, so I wrote that.
Okay.
And then, I wrote education, also meaning like, that'll learn from some of the things that are going on right now with clients and things, and to help it so in the future when it happens again, I'll be bigger and better, because I'll know how to handle situations much better.
Perfect, love it. So I'll share with you. So Dave sent me a message in a panic, and then he said, now the warm and fuzzy, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. And I sent him right back at you, sweetie. And, you know, we don't talk to Dave like that, so I was trying to turn his mind around, so I'm glad that it did.
Yeah, it was crazy. but
So,
it was
okay,
good.
so, that's good, I'm glad it worked. This is what we do, this is why we do this. Okay, so, like, taking it beyond that, okay, two things that you appreciate. Two,
Two things that I appreciate.
yes. The first two things that come to your mind, first two things. So everybody's done. I'm kind of like derailing you guys with my stuff, so that's why I want you to write down first. Okay, good. Drains.
What'd he say?
Trains, like in your
Trains
house,
in your
trains
house.
at work.
I
You
get
did
it.
not have drains for 3 days. And a washer. When you have a sick husband, you need a washer. And a drain. Are you feeling me? Okay. So I want to know what yours is.
You,
Oh, thank you, that's very sweet. Okay, what else? I don't know if that's going to count though, go ahead.
no, I'm serious, I do, I appreciate everything you do, you listen to us bitch and moan, you
you help us get through these crazy transactions and
Thank you, Amy, very
keep
much.
us
Thank you.
calm when my head's gonna explode over these crazy people. I gotta keep my refrigerator now. It's closing in 2 days. You can't keep your refrigerator. And my condo, because it's my little sanctuary. I love my
I
little,
love
my
that. You
little spot.
took it to completely different extremes. Perfect, I love it. Marty?
More with honesty, because it kind of covers a whole lot of,
Okay.
whole lot of.
How it showed up,
honesty,
sure,
integrity,
that's cool.
where we just appreciate it, appreciate honesty from people,
Okay.
and heat today.
See, sometimes it goes to the very simple things we take for
Right?
granted, so yeah, let me tell you. Yeah, because I actually shared with somebody like, yeah, that all the drains backed up in the house and there's flooding and nothing's working.
Yeah, and you
all
guys are
that.
on a slab.
And people kind of go, oh, that's kind of a bummer. And then I think about it and they're like, wait a minute, that means no shaving, no toothbrush, no bathroom, no shower, no contractors in the house can't rinse out the, yeah, like it was a mess, so we take it for granted. What do you got?
Wine and good music.
There we go.
There it is, I love
Do you appreciate that more at the
Okay,
end of the day than you do at the
So for,
beginning?
so for an extra 5 points, what kind of wine do you like?
I'm more of like a red wine person,
You're a red?
but
Okay.
yeah,
Just
anything that's good.
duly noted, because I know what the girls up front like, they told me and I have it in my head, so. All right, what about you?
I kind of did extended ones, so sleep and my house, schedule, production, work, and having a system, just being productive, I guess.
Good, love it.
You're all about systems, aren't you?
Yes, he is.
So like sitting around.
No,
get
I mean, that's
super bored.
cool. Like, I
No,
think that's cool.
that's his
And-
strength.
Smarter, not harder.
Right.
Right, that's a colorism, that's for sure. Okay, Dave,
Nice.
what do you got?
Of course, you know, I would say with my wife
Thank
and,
God for her,
and my health.
your wife and your health.
We are all thankful for your wife.
Yeah, we're deciding that she's going to have it in first class and
Mhm,
we're going
totally.
to send her on an all-expense paid vacation without you. So she doesn't end up on a hit list. So that's kind of that goes, hi Leslie, you made it.
Oh, you poor
Like,
girl.
Poor thing, we tried to wait for you as long as we could, so
I
we're okay.
apologize.
You're
No,
fine,
it's
honey. You
okay.
did
The
what you could. You're
roads,
coming
the
a long
roads
way.
are,
It's all good.
Inside
Welcome,
wasn't
welcome.
kind.
yeah.
Okay, all right, great. So now we're gonna go into the role play thing, okay? So, remember, how did this whole thing start? What did I say this was gonna be about? Bigger, better, greater.
Right.
Your bigger, better, greater self. So, I'm toying with the idea and I'm gonna throw it out to you. Do you want to volunteer and do them together? If you do not volunteer, then I'm going to pick you and you're gonna have to deal with me. I would take the sooner than the latter, just saying, but I'm gonna leave that up to you,
I'm okay with either way, so you guys decide.
okay? So we'll walk through this like we normally do. I need 2 volunteers to step up to do a role play. Haha, see, scare them. Okay, so this is what this is.
You do it.
So this is what this is. So I'm
How
literally,
old you, Marvin?
I'm literally going to. So, who wants to be the agent and who's gonna be the objection?
Probably the objection guy.
You're gonna be the objection guy?
I'm usually the agent. I'm always the agent.
Okay.
Okay,
Right?
okay, so you are wanting to list your home, Dave, and Amy is going to prove to you as a listing agent, this is good for you.
I know.
I know it's not your wheelhouse, this is good, it takes you out of your comfort zone. Completely. So you are going to show him why you are bigger, better, greater, and he
Okay.
should hire you. Okay?
Okay.
Take a second and collect your thoughts. Jessica, can you time me, please?
Oh yeah,
Tonight?
what are we doing, 2 minutes?
Let's do 2, once it goes off, then if you're on a roll, I'll let it drizzle. So like, you don't have to rush,
Okay.
but we just want to keep it moving.
Gotcha.
Okay, is
Okay.
that cool?
So
Okay.
where
Wait
are
till-
we gonna
I'll
start from in
I'll
the?
start it.
Okay.
So how about,
Okay.
I'm ready.
knock, 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 let's start from there.
Okay. Knock,
Okay.
knock, knock.
Good.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Amy Krieger with the Dream Team at Keller Williams. We had a 3 o'clock appointment and it's
Oh,
3
okay.
o'clock.
All right, sounds good.
It's okay if I come in?
Absolutely.
Oh, great, thanks. Hey, do you mind if we sit down at the kitchen table? That'd probably be easiest.
That'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to get you a drink, some coffee or something?
Coffee'd be great. Thanks.
Okay, go on. It's your gig, let it rip. I'm gonna
So-
be critical.
Tell me a little bit about your home and what you're thinking.
Well, obviously you're here, I'm thinking about selling, you guys have called me on the phone. I've had a few different agents come by and just met with someone from Howard Hanna and a guy
Okay.
from Russell, and so kind of figured I'd listen to your spiel. See what they-
Okay, all right,
Why I
sounds
should invest
good.
with you versus those other two, they did a really good job.
Sounds good. Well, tell me first, what's making you want to move?
We gotta move to Chicago in a few months because I'm getting a job transfer.
Gotcha, so we're on a kind of a time crunch.
Yeah, 3 or 4 months, so it's not that bad, but yeah, I'd like to get out sooner than later, so we give me some time to get settled in there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, I totally understand. So, have you tried to sell it on your own yet?
No,
No,
I
you're
know
just-
the agents are probably the better way to go, I've heard that.
Okay, great. So let me show you a little bit about what our team does to get homes sold.
Okay,
And I don't know if the other people you talked to had teams. In my case, I have an entire team behind me. There's about 15 of us, and we all work together to sell a Dream Team listing.
so I have to call on each
No,
one?
no, it's always you, I'm your contact.
Okay,
However, we get together every morning, well, not every morning, I'm sorry, a couple times a week, and we talk about what we have new, what our buyer's agents are looking for. We have people getting on the phones, talking to other, that was 2 minutes,
Mhm. Well, keep going,
Keep
let's
on.
go a little bit further.
talking to other agents, yeah, right? Talking to other agents about what they might be looking for, what their buyers are looking for. We have 250 agents in our actual market center, so we're always putting it out there to them too, hey, do you have a buyer for this property?
okay.
So,
How many other guys were gonna do something similar to that too, like, so they're all gonna put on the MLS, they all told me they market and put on the internet and stuff, so, like, and the other guys are gonna offer me a commission of like only 5%, so.
oh, wow.
Okay,
Wow.
stop. Good. Could've went a little further on the value, like, so now you're gonna switch.
I don't know our listing presentation.
That's all right,
so-
you did good, you did switch, switch, switch.
Switch? Okay.
That seems pretty low, you know, that
Whoa,
concerns.
whoa, whoa, sorry, start over.
Oh, I thought you wanted to
Start
switch
over.
right where we were.
Actually switch positions too. So now, Dave is going to explain to Amy why bigger, better,
I
greater.
don't drink coffee, that's.
And now you throw it at him, because this is what he does. So I want you to throw it at him,
Okay,
okay? Safe zone,
so I get a whole
But throw
bunch
it
of
at 'em.
to throw a bunch of extras.
okay, go.
Whatever.
All right, come on.
Thanks, Jessica.
So,
Go, we're good.
go.
Knocking on the
Mhm,
door.
mhm.
Hi, Amy.
Yes.
Hi,
right.
Dave Minton, Keller Williams. We have 3 o'clock appointment. It is 3 o'clock. I'm here on time for our appointment.
Great, come on in.
Excellent. Wow, what a beautiful home you have here. Is it okay if I take off my shoes?
Oh, sure, please, thanks. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Wow, how long have you lived here?
About 6 years.
And oh my goodness, beautiful. How come you're selling?
Want something a little bit bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to live around here still? or-
Yeah, I still want to stay in the area. I just feel like I'm getting claustrophobic here.
Okay,
Well, a
well, one
little
of
bit
the,
more space.
oh, I understand. You by yourself or you live with anybody else?
Yeah, but me and my dog.
Okay, you want a bigger yard and all that?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what's great about our team is not only can I sell your house for you, we have a team that specializes in with buyer's agents as well, and we're also going to help you find your home as well. So it'll take a lot of the stress off of having to worry about both parts of the transaction.
Oh, I didn't know you.
Which is a great part about being on a team. So
Okay.
we're also, Keller Williams is the #1 real estate group in the country, in the world, I should say, and we are the #1 agency in the entire multiple listing service, which when I do my presentation for you that I put together, we can go over the details of all that and how that will benefit you as a.
So you guys are #1 in the world?
We're the #1 in the world.
Well, I don't hear about you guys very often. How are you #1 and I don't hear about you?
Pull out the phone.
Well, I don't have the phone. I
Okay,
put it
always pull out the phone.
it's raining, it's raining.
That's the greatest trick. Okay, go ahead. So you pulled out the phone.
Yeah,
you're like,
let's-
look, whoa, whoa,
Well, actually,
whoa.
listen, this is kind of cool. I actually discovered this the other day because we do get this question a lot from customers, and then I would present it to you.
Right.
And that shows that we're the #1 in the entire
Okay,
country.
so, good, stop there. So that everybody else on it is clear on the phone thing. Explain very quickly what the phone thing is.
Okay, I searched Google the other day and I said, who is the, I got it right here.
Do it, do it, so everybody can see it. That's very useful, and then, and you guys did great. Okay, go ahead. Go with everybody.
Who's the #1 real estate group in the world?
Here's what I found.
Okay, that was the wrong one. Who's the largest real estate company in the country.
Here are the top search results.
I'm not getting the same thing today.
Okay, so we'll refine that. So how this showed up for him was he literally went Google search like, what is the number one real estate company in the nation? And after my
I
research, we
found a
found
few
that.
top-rated places.
Easy sales team.
Yeah, you have to find it. So basically, what it spit out was, Keller Williams is, they closed 96% of their listings, they're now number one, and literally it spit it right out.
Yeah, oh yeah, I
Off of
remember.
I remember the verbiage I used.
So we have to find out what the verbiage is, so this is what I would like you to do
And they're
for
the company
everybody
to be
else.
reckoned with.
Christian, do you
And you're
remember,
gonna-
you
and
always
you're gonna-
remember that stuff, do you remember?
Okay, listen, you're gonna take credit for this, we're gonna call this the Dave, okay, but I need you to find out exactly how you have to ask it, so that everybody can do that, because that is the greatest little stunt, you don't have to do it right this
What
second.
is the number?
So,
one-
okay, that was
Real estate
good.
company in the
Okay,
world.
yeah.
Company, yeah, what is the number one real estate
Try one
company
last
in the
time.
world?
What is the number one real estate company in the world?
According to smartasset.com,
It did something. Okay, it says right here, I'll show you. Keller One Real is a real estate force to be reckoned with. In 2012, we achieved profitability in 91% of the nationwide offices. Today, we have over 700 markets around the world.
Normally she reads the whole entire thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And better
Could
than
be
that,
'cause we're all
okay, you
talking.
guys said that was good.
Maybe how.
Okay, the other thing that you can do with that too is,
What do you call that, props?
yeah, like, or you can just take it and just say, hey, you know, and get excited about it. You know what I mean? Go, you know, I'm so glad you asked me that because this is gonna blow your mind. Here, let me pull this up for you really quick. I want you to read that back to me. This is why I'm so excited for working for this company. Isn't that great? Tie down.
And the last time I did it, I actually had it on my phone ready to go,
And it
so I
went
went to the
pow, like it
appointment.
just came right up. Okay, so evaluate. What'd you think about what they did?
Good.
Good. Okay, what else? Be critical.
Well, I
Decide
thought
to grow.
maybe Dave was gonna say what you guys always say, cause she's like, oh, I don't know who Keller Williams is, I haven't heard of you. I thought he was gonna say, go to the sign thing, you know, like, well, you don't know,
Well,
it's
I
our
guess it's because he's in the
signs.
back and he's saying, you know, just throw.
That's all the reason why.
No, I get it.
I should be applying so much pressure to you that when you're in front of a client, you're like, oh God, thank God it's not Mark's not hanging over him with that blue shirt.
Well, typically what they do is they say,
Yeah.
well, they usually say to me, well, I always see all these green signs all over the place. And that usually segues
Oh,
me.
so that leads you into it. Okay.
Unless they ask or mention the signs. But there
Yeah.
was a property I did get the listing on that I say, I'm sure a lot of people, what they do is they judge who they're gonna hire, because I asked if they knew who Keller Williams is, by the signs that they see all over the neighborhood. As you know, on 303, you saw all those signs, because they didn't want them to say anything about it. And I said, unfortunately, it's not the signs that sell the houses, it's the agents, because those signs have been sitting there for a while, which means they're not getting put in and taken out as quick as the ones that we're putting in the yard.
I love
So
that.
it kind of,
Yeah, so here comes accountability. Do you guys have the trend graphics somewhere accessible to you that shows that there is no green and gold on that list at all that we saw at the meeting when they made the big announcement that we're number one in the world? Do you have access to that? Do you have it on your phone? Do you have a copy of it in your presentation folder? No. Do it today.
Where is this
Find
at?
it. I'm gonna make you be real, I'm gonna
It
make
was,
you be
it was on
responsible.
Trend Graphics though?
I believe it was,
I
but
think
it
it's on
might.
the broker side of things,
I might.
Oh, so we can't.
because I looked into this pretty in-depth, and
Ah,
it's,
all right, I will find out for you in that case, because you know you're gonna
Yeah.
get served that.
yeah.
Well, they're so big, and you can go, well, actually, quite honestly, they're really not, because this is the last bit of data that we received. I thought they were sending that out to you
They were
guys.
I think they
700.
said that they were going to, I thought they said that,
Okay, so if
yeah.
they have not, then that's
I
my
don't-
responsibility
I
to
don't
follow up.
remember seeing it. like,
However,
in
if
the
I
email
see
or
it out there, then every single one of you, that's just as good as the phone trick. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay, so what else? Real quick, because I gotta bring two more up. What else? What else? What else? How would you? Okay, so as trying to convert a lister, right? He kind of started going there and then he stopped. I'm not quite sure why. We have 252 agents in our office. We'll start marketing your house right then and there, right now, and you'll get to work with another Keller Williams agent, which with much luck, this could be a very smooth transaction for you. So I have so much to offer you in regards to listing than anybody else does, and this is why I'm so excited about being here with you today. Does that sound good? Because it's the truth, right?
I mentioned I was gonna go over everything during my presentation.
I love that, because then what that did is
We
that
were
opened
standing
up-
at the door as
Yeah,
far
that
as.
opened up a further conversation. But you know what, whatever is most important, their hot buttons are gonna come to the top first, right away, right away.
Gotcha.
So you wanna handle those and pull them in, because they're standing here, you're standing there, right? You wanna get it to, now you're here, now we're having a conversation. So you have to figure out a way to pull them in, like right in at the beginning of that substantive contact. Make sense? Anything else? Questions? No? Okay, 2 more, you gotta deal with me.
By the way, the coffee thing did actually happen to me.
Sure.
I actually,
All right, you guys do it. Okay, all right, perfect.
She sounds a little feisty here.
Okay, so once again, how are you gonna show up as a bigger, better, greater agent? So your scenario is who's gonna be the agent, who's gonna be the client? What do you want?
I'll go agent first.
You're gonna go the agent?
I'll
Okay,
go
that's fine.
agent first.
Okay, so Brendan, you are in the market to buy your first home, and you don't know anything what to do, and you've already talked to like your Aunt Sue, who's an agent, and your roommate's, brother, who's a yoga instructor, that's an agent, and Marty is gonna show up bigger, better, greater than any of those people and convince you to sign a buyer's agreement and start looking for houses. Sorry, wrong.
Well, I got a
For
top, I got a
homes.
top aunt and workout buddy, huh?
Mhm.
All right.
And that's up to him to lob that stuff up to you, so go. Ready, 2 minutes, go.
Hey, how you doing, Brendan?
Doing well, how are you?
Doing just fine, doing just fine. Hey, I hear you're looking in the market for a house now?
Yeah, I've been on the market for a little bit. I'm still kind of in the renting situation. Not really sure where I want to go. I've got some family members who are agents,
Oh, right
and
on.
they've kind of talked to me a little bit here and there about it, but I'm not really sure if that's the best path for me to go, or if I want to get out of renting.
So let me ask you this, have you been looking at houses with them as realtors, as agents?
No, we've just kind of talked about the possibility at this point.
How do you feel about working with family to find your home?
I think it would be easy. I don't have much experience with it in the past, but I feel like we would have maybe an open dialogue. I don't know.
Okay. Tell me more about what it is you're looking for to get out of renting, get into your own place.
I guess just the responsibility, the building equity in something, having pride in something.
Perfect, all right, I understand. To start looking at houses, have you met with a lender at all?
No, I've not.
Okay, because that's usually my first step, is to find out what you can afford, how much you can afford. A good lender is gonna be able to explain to you, hey, this is what you're gonna be able to get out of what you're paying for rent. They're also gonna look at, maybe you qualify for a whole lot more, and you say, hey, I don't wanna take on that payment, I wanna stay here. So then we have a better idea of what to look for. Is there an area of town that you like?
I've been looking in Lakewood and Rock River a lot,
Okay.
like that area of Cleveland, I
Certain,
suppose.
certain type of house you like? Are you going townhome, condo?
I'm pretty flexible at this point, as long as it's in my budget. I see a potential to grow there. I should
Would
be
you,
all right.
would you be willing to meet with the lender, talk with the lender, and talk about things to understand where you're at?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Perfect, stop there. Good, okay.
Good buzz?
Switch,
You good?
Oh,
switch.
Just under two
Was I in time?
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
okay.
Yep, 2
All
seconds
right.
on.
You may- Okay, now switch places. Okay?
Physically.
Switch, literally, physically switch places.
Oh.
And switch
Oh, we
roles.
are
Switch
doing
places.
that.
Okay, so there's a reason I do that, because it's cerebral. Just do it. Okay. Okay, so now you're going to be the person that's trying to be, and vice versa.
Hey, how are you, Brandon?
Doing well, how are you?
Doing fine, thanks.
I understand you may be in the market to be looking for a place, get out of renting and looking to buying.
Yeah, I think so. This is the year finally to get out of renting and just do it, just take the lead and own the home.
So do you kind of know the way the process goes to get you there?
No idea.
Okay, well, first we'll have to go through and get you pre-approved. Have you found anywhere that you'd like to live? Do you know your price point?
Well, I think so. I don't know what my price point, I think I could probably, I'm looking at like $150,000 homes. I was hoping like maybe Lakewood or even Westlake, if you have anything in there.
So have you gone around with a realtor yet and seen any of these places
No.
that you may consider?
No, my sister's an agent, and she just talks my ear off like crazy about it, and about that I have to buy, but I mean, I don't know anything.
So why is she telling you that you have to buy?
Just to have my own home and build equity and have a nice investment, that, years from now I could probably sell again, have some more money in my pocket kind of thing.
And that's something that you agree with?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, the first step we'll have to go through and get you pre-approved. Do you feel comfortable working with your sister? Is that,
I don't know, it's family. So not entirely, because, you know, maybe she's showing me something that she wants to see me in versus, you know,
Sure.
what I'm really looking for, so, what do you got to look at?
well, there's a lot out there now. The market's in a good state. So to get you maybe in a more honest position, working with somebody who isn't family and maybe has, you know, your best interest at heart,
Mhm.
we'll go through, we'll get this buyer's agreement signed and give you the consumer guide and show you how we do things, and then get you pre-approved and get out there and start looking.
Oh, that sounds good.
Good job, guys. Good. Okay, good. Perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay,
Oh,
so, go ahead.
Oh,
You're
Mr.
good.
Stanley.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. That was good. Okay, your thoughts? What'd you think about that?
Good.
I thought it was
Run
good.
for the close.
I feel as though their banter and their personalities kind of match. So the mirror and match thing was dead
Yeah,
on.
they
It
were
was-
very
It was
good at that.
crystal clear. It was absolutely crystal clear, which is really, really important. What
Even the way
I,
they were standing.
yeah, exactly. It was very calming to watch their conversation. It wasn't too spirited. It wasn't too enthusiastic. It wasn't too anything. It was just very, like, they're communicating well. So what I would say is, okay, well, let me ask you guys, what did you think about it? Christian, what did you think about it?
It was really good. I thought both of them did a great job. And asking questions, that was huge. I think for you as a new agent, and I shouldn't say new agent, as a fresh agent,
Yeah.
I like your dialogue.
asking questions is gonna help you discover a lot more that some agents, a lot of seasoned agents, will forget to ask those questions.
Asking questions is the most important.
It is all about them. Once we learn that it's all about them, that's it, because they're the ones,
That's what I want to capitalize
yeah,
on.
it's all about
So,
them.
It's all about them. So, gentlemen, you did a great job, clearly. What you might want to consider on both ends of your consults, because you show up as you are, test the mirror and match. Because they might be a little nervous, they might be still trying to figure you out, so they're just kind of letting you lead them into it. So you may want to consider, so I understand that you're looking for a home, you know, how can we help you? Pull them in right away. Just what he said, it's all about them. It's a service-based industry, agreed? So say, how can we help you? The other thing that you might want to do is, like, when you're kind of going through like the clerical, have to get them pre-approved. I've done this before, don't make my mistake. Ask, how are you planning on financing your purchase? Because if somebody has cash, and you could offend them, and I offended somebody, I did. Like, it's a 1 in 10 chance that that's gonna happen. But I said, so are you already pre-approved? Oh, I'm just gonna pay cash, and I pissed her off, and I was like, oh, I should have asked that first. So, don't make that mistake. The chances are you probably won't. I was, my circumstance happened to line up where, yeah, it was, I completely made her mad by saying that she didn't have the money, her hard-earned money that she's been saving to buy something. I'm thinking that she's gonna have to borrow it from somebody else. So, keep that in mind. Try to pull them in a little bit more. A little bit more, how can we help you? My team and I'm your contact. Use the word resource. People love the word resource. I have a plethora of resource with Keller Williams, and particularly on my team. Like, so that they're kind of looking at like, wow, this is like the Rolls Royce of real estate right now. Like, tell me more. So, but at the same time, with your mirror and match, you don't want to overpower them because you'll lose them. So I thought you guys did a great job, really. Okay, good. Any other thoughts from you guys at all? All right, Leslie and Christian, up you go. Match made in heaven. So when you get up there, I'll give you your trajectory, okay? So before you guys arrived, this was set up as be your biggest, best, greatest self. How are you gonna show up as a bigger, better, greater agent than anyone else, okay? So who wants to be the agent and who wants to be the client?
I'll be the agent.
You're gonna be the agent?
Yeah.
Wow, you sure? Safe zone, total safe zone. I love that you stepped up front. All right, so, you ready?
Give it to me.
Expired. His listing expired. This is gonna be the challenging one of all, so dive in.
Was I the agent that it expired on?
No. You're the new agent coming in, so that you're going to take the listing
I've
that
never
is
done
now
this before.
expired and list it, okay?
I've never done this before.
Okay? All right, we ready?
Get your
All right,
butt
do
over
it.
here. Get over here.
Okay.
Well, which is good because I have this coming up at the end of the month.
Perfect.
Good.
Well, then this is
Perfect.
serendipitous.
Okay, so you're
Okay, good.
expired. Okay,
Okay, ready, go.
so knock, knock, knock. Hi, this is
Hi.
Kristen Wendling from the Dream Team. It's 4:00. We have a meeting at 4:00. May I come in?
Absolutely, please come back.
How are you doing today?
Very well.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you. Body language is killing me right now.
Okay, so-
Okay, stop. Where's the smiling? Okay, we're gonna restart. Okay, ready? Okay, go.
How are you doing today? My name's Chris Wendling.
Oh, wonderful, nice to meet you.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, you know, why am I here today, may I ask? Why did I come today to help you?
I would like to know.
Okay, I see you were expired, correct?
I'm still breathing, but I guess, yeah.
Somebody, okay.
Love
Well,
Run with it.
yeah,
Run with it.
so your house is on the market for some time. Tell me what's about that.
Yeah, I'm a little distressed here, actually, because we're
Why are you
pressured.
distressed? Why are you
We're
distressed?
pressured, we're trying to move out of state, and we're not very happy with our green and gold. They're not getting us.
Oh, so wait, let me stop you. Howard Hanna, you were listed with Howard Hanna?
Correct, yes.
Okay, now, what was your experience with, who was your agent?
Some gentleman from the east
Oh,
side.
some gentleman from the east side,
And
okay.
wasn't very pleased, we didn't have enough open houses. We had one terrible broker's open, I did not see any action coming through. And I didn't see, I saw something, I saw a few agent cards on the counter when we come back from, so I guess some showings, but I wasn't very pleased with anything. So I don't know what kind of viewings came through,
So what would you say, what was the biggest drawback, I guess, with you working with him? Was it communication? Did you not feel he did enough to showcase the house? I want to know a
I
little
think
bit.
exactly that, showcasing the house.
Showcasing the house, okay, awesome. Now let's go back a little bit. So you said you're moving. Where are you moving to?
Colorado.
Oh my goodness, how awesome. Now, what brings you out there, may I ask that?
I'm just running away from
Just
life.
running away from life, man.
They have free marijuana out there.
Wow. Wow, well, I don't know a lot about that, but that is awesome. So, going back.
Oh, wait a second, you
Yeah.
didn't tell me who you work for.
Yeah, I work for Keller Williams, yeah, so
Wonderful.
we're in Westlake, we're right across from Crocker Park. I don't like to toot my own horn, but we are the #1 office.
I heard that, actually, I read it in the newspaper. You
It's
guys are number one in the world.
fantastic, yeah, it's fantastic, so I'm so blessed. And that's super cool, because you're moving out to Colorado, I can totally help you find an agent out there too. With my network, it's like a one-stop shop. So going back, showcasing your house.
Keep going.
Okay, so showcasing your house, what would you do differently this time around? What would you like done differently? Because I can show you what we're gonna do.
What can you do for me?
Okay, so
differently?
awesome, so you're on the east side, you're in a beautiful home. I'd really like to showcase your house. So now in your market, so your pricing is a little bit different. Do you know why that is?
I wonder though, were we priced too high?
Okay, okay,
Was there a chance that maybe I need to stage my home differently?
okay.
Do I need to, is there a different type of advertising or more like,
Okay,
I mean, is there other ways to get it out there in the public?
okay, absolutely. Now, so me going online, I did a little research before I came here to see what your listing looked like, the photos, what they have provided online. So we gotta think, okay, so if you can bear with me here for a moment, let's take a step back. So you're the buyer coming to your house. So online, I always like to say you are selling yourself first online because all consumers now are starting online to get through the process. And I see in here you only have like 10, 12 photos and you have how many square foot of a house? How much square feet in this place?
It's gotta be at least.
Yeah, so we're missing a lot of details in this
We got
house.
the pool in the back.
Yeah, I mean, there was one picture of the pool, I mean, we gotta showcase that. So my biggest thing is, all that money. Sorry, side note. So what?
Kaufman just really effed up.
I went there. No, you're not supposed to go there.
Can't go there, we can't go with names,
She's
okay.
declined, she's allowed. Don't ever do that,
she's
oh God.
Bypass anywhere with damn green sign.
So, my biggest thing, okay, so we're gonna go through, we're gonna look
Can we
at
edit
buyer.
that, by the way?
Oh, it's on there, don't worry, go ahead.
Also, now going back now, price. Why would you bring that up? Why do you feel that price might
I
be an
don't
issue?
know if maybe we overpriced,
Okay.
and I know maybe he was doing CMAs to check and
Yeah.
see,
Yeah,
but we altered a couple times,
okay.
and I agree, and I wasn't pushing for a price.
My question is, and did you have any offers?
No.
Okay.
Stop. Perfect. That was brilliant. Right there. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. The whole thing was brilliant. I loved it. All right, let's go.
I was gonna invite him in for wine and cheese and.
We'll see, it was gonna keep going.
He would have come in for my.
Cannabis.
Oh, guys, you did great.
Right?
I love you.
You did great with that.
Cannabis part of
I love it.
I don't know.
Yeah, that put me, that's legal there, all right.
I blew right past
All
it.
right, so there's the disclosure. Okay, how'd you think they did? What'd you think?
Great.
I thought it was excellent, I did. Because of course, I'm gonna be critical, because that's the whole purpose of doing this. Try to put in your dialogue with your clients the honesty. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not always gonna be what you wanna hear, but I'm always gonna be honest with you. Is that okay with you? That sets a really nice, like, okay, this person is really kind of shooting from the hip. Yes?
Okay, when you have something like that and you have done your CMAs and you've looked, even gone back a year and a half at properties, like I said, I have something coming up, literally at the end of the month.
Okay.
Now, mind you though, it's only land and I've gone and it's in Lake County. And it's a weird shape, because we've talked about this last
Oh,
weekend.
this is the same thing.
It's the same one.
So,
And it's just weird, and he does not want to drop in price.
Okay, so when you guys were up here, if you remember, roll back in your memory, you mentioned, I don't know if it's the price. If they're willing to talk about the price, general rule, if the house is relatively marketed, in this market, if it's sat, it's overpriced. Agreed?
correct,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay, so you've got to really look, because you know that's going to be, as a listing agent, that's going to be your biggest challenge.
It
Because
is.
people don't want to
Pricing's
let
your
go of
biggest
their money.
challenge usually.
So what I liked about that, like I was standing there, I was like, zero on the price. Because she said, I don't know if it was this or this, it was the price. I would have stopped her and said, general rule is in this market, know what your statistics are, it's 98.6 or 98.2, whatever it is, of asking price. If things don't sell, they're probably overpriced. But we will take a good hard look at that and be a little bit more analytical. But let's come back to that. You plant it in their head and then let them go on. Because you already have them bringing up the price.
Correct.
Better than that, you'll probably get, I'm not lowering the price.
How long, when you're planting that seed, that possibly we need to drop the price, how do you word
I
it
have
to
an answer.
say it? What's the time period? 2
What'd you say?
weeks?
Market reposition.
Yeah, you use market
Market
reposition.
reposition.
Okay.
He
Never
can,
use,
he can go over that trajectory,
Okay.
okay?
sorry. Yeah.
That's okay, you're good, you're
Yeah.
great. You keep asking questions until it comes up, but let them bring it to you. So what did you think happened? Why do you think that it didn't sell? Do you feel like your marketing plan was good? Are you, are they a large office that they can market in-house to? Just keep hammering at it until you get to that price.
I mean, we're looking at February and it's land. I mean, all I
My
have
thing
is
is, he's not
snow.
combining it with the land to sell.
Excuse me?
He's not combining it with the house like we talked
He
about.
doesn't want to, he
He
doesn't want
doesn't
to
see
combine
that's,
it.
I think that's gonna be his biggest
It's
default.
peculiar, it's challenging. However, whether it's commercial, whether it's land, whether it's residential, as an agent, your dialogue should be exactly the same. It's making substantive contact with the person that you're gonna turn into a client, that you're gonna move from here
Mhm.
to here.
Okay.
That's really gonna be your golden rule. If you get stuck as a newer agent, ask more questions, because you're gathering information, and 1 in 3 of those questions you're gonna be able to answer, and that will re-engage you. Does that make sense? Boy,
Yeah.
haven't we gone over that a million times?
Tell me more about it.
Yeah,
Tell me more
More
about
about
that.
that. What does
How
that look like to
show
you?
up? What does that look like to you?
Okay.
When you
Oh
say
my
you want a
God.
big yard, can you be more specific?
What does an open concept look like to you?
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
found that out the
Yeah.
hard
Right, is that
way.
it? Because
Found that out the hard way. It's not an open
Okay.
concept, I think it's an
All
open
right,
concept.
good. All right, so it's been, well, we have none.
Good morning, Sarah.
Did everybody get to go? Jessica didn't? Oh, you get to come with me. Okay, let's do one last one.
Poor girl, she's like, what did I
Oh, no, I'll be the agent. I'll be the agent. I won't do that to her. Are you kidding?
Oh, I don't have, no?
No, you have to come up, but I'm the agent. Okay?
Listen, thank
So let's go to the, let's, and we're gonna do this real quick. So let's go to the same one. So, stop. Your house is expired and you want me to list it.
Okay.
Okay, so, hi there. I'm Mark, it's 4 o'clock. We have an appointment today. Is it okay if I come in?
Yeah, definitely, come on
Oh,
in.
very good, very good. How are you today?
I'm good, how about you?
I'm great, thanks. And hey, thanks for the opportunity of inviting me into your home and seeing how we can help you. So
Thanks
what
for
can I do
coming
for you? Absolutely, my pleasure. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm just trying to sell this house, you know?
Okay.
I'm ready to move on to something bigger and greater.
Bigger, better, greater.
Yes.
Yeah, that's our mantra. Like, I love that. Okay, great. So what does that look like to you, bigger, better, greater?
Bigger yard. I
Okay.
got 2 dogs, they're my
Oh,
life.
I love that. I have 2 as
Yeah.
well. Very nice,
Yeah.
very nice. Very good.
Yeah. And
Anything
probably
more?
out of, a little bit more out of the city, I think.
Okay. Have you decided on an area that you want to go to?
No, somewhere in between. I don't want to be, you know, in BFE.
Okay. I'm not sure what that stands for. But that's fine. It's all
Yeah.
good. Okay, great. So what do you think was the biggest issue why your house didn't sell the first time around?
I just think that the agent was awful.
Tell me what awful looks like.
No communication, wasn't giving me much feedback. You know, I wasn't sure if I was even, if the house was even showing, to be honest.
Sure. Okay, so if I may, you know, myself and my team, there's about 15 of us, we all kind of work together to sell your home. And something that I train my agents to do is to ask this very, very open question.
Okay.
How does somebody win with you? How does somebody lose with you? So how does that show up for you when I ask you that?
Well, if you're not keeping in touch with me, that's
Okay,
a
so
little.
communication,
Yeah.
certainly,
Yep.
okay? Mhm.
I definitely want to be through the process of everything, and
Okay,
I'd like to be out of here in 2 months.
okay. So timely,
Yep.
is there anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Well, the beauty of this conversation is now I know that what's important to you are those 3 items, which we can more than accommodate,
Okay.
and will be held accountable to as well.
Yeah.
I do work for the #1 real estate company in the world, and actually, I have this thing that we just discovered, I want to show it to you. Do the phone thing, okay? Oh, wow, that's impressive. Okay, so, and it's a, bless you. And as it turns out, we actually are the largest brokerage of all brokerages in Ohio as of last May.
Wow.
So, you know, we wear it like a badge, we earned it, there's no ego in whatsoever. But, you know, this is what keeps me excited about working for Keller Williams. Were you
Yeah.
aware of that?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, great.
I'm
So,
excited for your excitement.
well, thank you, I love that. This is kind of how we do things, and I'm quite sure that we can probably offer you better marketing, better resource.
Oh, that's
and-
great.
And certainly the 3 things that you mentioned, like better communication and all of the above.
Marketing is where it's all about, you know,
Yes,
so.
and we focused on that. We're a technology-based industry anyway,
Okay.
which there's a lot of cutting-edge technology, which I think will be a huge benefit.
Oh, that's
Does
good.
that sound good to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, great. Do you have any other questions for me?
Well, I think that moving forward, I would like to work with you, so.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a listing presentation in front of me.
Okay.
It's a plethora of information. There's a lot of good, useful things. You know, I'm happy to go through the entire thing for you.
Yeah, come on inside.
Okay,
Let's
perfect.
sit
All right,
down.
let's do that. Okay, good. Perfect. Wow, that was great. You were easy on me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
so what did you think about that? What's the one thing that you took away from that exchange?
How do I win with you, how do I lose with you?
Perfect. Marty, what was the one thing you took away from that?
How you just explained that, it was just not, it wasn't like a confrontation, it was just like, how do I win with, it was just conversational.
Okay.
Because I feel like sometimes when you say that to somebody, it's kind of like brace yourself, because they're
So
gonna
would
be
you
blah, blah,
be-
blah, blah, you
would
know,
you
especially on
agree-
expired.
And I say this as a question, would you agree that it's all in the delivery?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. What was your one thing that you took away from that exchange?
I felt like you kind of connected with her immediately when you started talking with her. You were there to help her get it to work, get it to resell, relist, make it work. You were there
Okay.
for her.
Perfect.
It was smooth right from the start.
Brendan, thank you. Brendan?
I agree with what does blank look like to you? The tie downs, the listening, the 3-to-1 question, 2-to-1, whatever it is.
Now,
Uh-huh.
as you notice, like, where everybody is gonna show up differently, like, just like as you and Marty, like your mirror and match was perfect. So as immediately, as soon as she said, yes, absolutely, come in, I was like, ooh, energy, high energy, match the energy. So I was hoping one of you would have well, I'm sorry, Dave, what did you take away from it?
Well, I noticed how you matched the energy. Now, what I noticed right away is you were pumped up, you get, in the shortest amount of time, you gave her as much possible information of why to choose you, like within minutes right at the door, without having to get into that whole reason. She was sold before she even opened the book.
Perfect. So I have a question. Thank you. I have a question. How many times have you seen a movie where the opening scene, I'll use an example, Peaceful Warrior, it's one of my favorite
Oh,
movies of
Nick
all time.
Nolte?
It's
Great.
fantastic, it's an old movie, but it's a fantastic movie. This guy is like an elite gymnast. The opening scene of the movie is kind of like he's dreaming and he's flipping, and when he lands, his right leg shatters into pieces. And exactly how you reacted. Okay, so the reason I'm bringing that up is, so now you're like, oh, I'm sitting up in my chair now, like, what is this gonna be like? So what is wrong with if you have an opportunity where you're meeting with somebody that has some energy that you wow them when you walk in the door? Now they're interested. Or like you've seen other movies where it's like moving so bloody slow, Bridges of Madison County, I wanted to shoot myself in the head until the last 30 minutes. And I was like, wow, this is an amazing movie. But like getting to that point was just drudgery. So is there anything wrong with going pow when you walk in the door? If you're picking that up off of the person.
Right.
You know what I mean? So again, the mirror and match thing is kind of a bit of the takeaway as well. Thoughts about that? Questions about that? That was perfect.
I'll tell you what BFE means.
I know what that means. I was being.
I wish you would let me,
I know
wish you would let me
I'm not that
go,
much
I
of a
wish you would
prude,
let me
believe
got the
Okay, all right, so at this point, that's all I have for you guys for today, though that was wildly useful. I hope you found value in that as well. Again, thank you for bearing out the crazy weather and coming into work to make your business grow even bigger, better, greater. So today, if you're challenged, if you're inspired, if you're hungry, if you're tired, how can you be bigger, better, greater today? Just keep telling yourself, and I'll be very curious next time I see you all how that turned out. Cool? All right, guys. Great job today. Off you go.